Hello, everybody. Sorry again, I am missing class because one of our kids is sick. Shoot. So, what we're going to do instead is I've got just a couple quick slides to show you that are going to help to introduce a new topic that we're going to move on to today. And that topic is called market structures. So, if you've been with us the past couple of days, we know that we've been talking about businesses and some costs of businesses, some simple math formulas. So we're going to move on to sort of the second part of this unit's topics, and that's markets and market structures. So first, in order to understand what we're talking about, we need to remember that in the United States, there's a lot of competition, and as customers, we have a lot of options for where we can buy products and what products we can buy, and so businesses compete to get our dollars. And so what we see is that different types of businesses and different types of markets offer different kinds of competition. So let's define a couple words first. A market is a word you already know, I'm sure, but definition is it's an area or an arena in which commercial deals are conducted. So it's where businesses sell you stuff, and businesses also interact with each other. And a market structure, which is what we're talking about, is the various characteristics of a market and how businesses inside that market, again, how they're interconnected and how they compete. So what we're going to see is that there are four market structures. In other words, there are four types of markets that we see in our country. The first is a market in which there is perfect competition. The second is called a monopolistic competition market. The third one is called an oligopoly, which is a super fun word. Tell your friends, oligopoly. And the fourth one you've probably heard of from history classes in the past is called a monopoly. And so these four different structures have different characteristics. So we're going to find out real quick how they're similar and how they're different, and then you're going to do work to kind of get more information. So this is a list of some characteristics, and these are the ways we tell the different market structures apart. We have the number of sellers, which simply asks how many sellers, or in other words, how many businesses participate in this market. Are there hundreds or thousands, or is there only like 3 or 2 or 1? Based on how you answer that, you're going to get a different type of market. Second feature is the type of product. And so what we're looking at here is how similar is one company's product compared to another company's product. So is one farmer's corn pretty much identical to another farmer's corn? Well, to be honest, I probably can't tell the difference. So we would say those products are very similar. But if you want to look at, say, a Jeep versus a Ferrari, well, similar idea. They're both kind of like cars, but you can start to tell a difference apart. So that would mean there are different types of products, but there's still some similar concepts. Barriers to entry is the third one, and this simply means if you wanted to start a business in this market and you wanted to compete and succeed, how easy or difficult would it be for you to do that? In other words, what barriers would you face to enter that market and succeed? And so in some instances, it's very easy to join a market. In other instances, there are even legal things that keep new businesses from starting. So that's the third characteristic. Fourth is about control over price. In some markets, you don't really have any control over price. You have to basically set your price for your product at whatever supply and demand say you should. And that's based on what customers and other competitors are already determining. In other markets, like say in a monopoly, if you're the only person selling that product, you might be able to set your price at wherever you want it to be. And that gives you a lot of control over the price. And then finally, there's all kinds of different examples, real life examples that we could use to talk about the different types of markets. Anything from a farmer's corn to types of cars to the electric company. These are all examples of different products and services that appear in the marketplaces that we're going to look at. So I'm going to stop talking finally. That's been about 5 minutes. Nice introduction. I hope that helps, because what you're going to do next is you're going to go back to Canvas. And on Canvas, you're going to see there is a link. And the link is going to ask you to read about these market structures. So there'll be a link here in a minute. You click on that link and it's going to open up this document. Now I admit this is a pretty long document, but I want you to chip away at it, kind of skim through it. You don't have to read it all word for word. And as you read it, you're also going to want to open up this quiz. It's called Quiz 302, Market Structures. And if you open that, you're going to see that there are those characteristics I just mentioned: number of sellers, type of product, barriers to entry. And so for each type of market structure, you're going to choose the number of sellers for this one. So in a perfect competition, I'll tell you right away, it's very many, which is the most. And then you're going to choose what's the next one and go all the way down. And then do the same thing for type of product. Perfect competition, pick which one you think is the right one. And again, your answers are going to come from that reading. So you need the reading open and the quiz open, giving you the answers as you work through it. Okay? When you're done with that, you're finished. That's great. You might want to consider, though, if you have time, remember our next blog project is due on the 9th, which is basically 10 days away. So if you want, you can even use this time to help you start working on your next blog post. So I hope you have a good day, and we'll touch base tomorrow. Bye.